It's not often as a motoring journo that we are given a car to test that's not even on sale, or even about to go on sale, or planned to go on sale. And that is the case with this RAV4 plug-in hybrid. It's been imported as a market research product, and I'm really excited about it.
Toyota hopes to gauge customers' response to this vehicle, as well as vehicle behavior, infrastructure requirements, and other technical aspects, not to mention educating customers on plug-in technology.
This is based on the GXR model, and the only thing that really distinguishes it are these 19-inch alloys and then this bespoke front bumper grille that has a little bit of chrome detailing here and there.
There are also 6 different paint options available, starting with pearl white and ranging to emotional red and moonlight ocean metallic, all in bi-tone configuration. The rear merely adds a chrome license plate garnish, and despite the additional drivetrain, the luggage space is still extremely generous because it is only ever so slightly smaller, but at 520 litres, it's still more than spacious enough.
Like I mentioned, it's based on the GXR model, so it boasts things like dual zone climate control, heated front seats with ventilation as well. It's also got memory seat function. It also has a wireless charger and a heated steering wheel. Now, how do you know the difference between, say, this and a GXR? Well, the stitching that is usually orange on, say, the seats and the gear lever and the steering wheel is now actually red. And then there's also a blue illumination through the cabin, just in case you didn't already associate blue with hybrid. But overall, the cabin still feels as well put together and great quality of materials that you expect from the RAV4. I think there's only a few things that still make it feel a little bit outdated, which is its touchscreen infotainment system and even the buttons around here. But I am just thrilled that they are still traditional buttons and not everything in a touchscreen. So that's a win for me. One thing worth mentioning is that it's got a digital review camera, which seems to be a little bit of a trend at the moment. It isn't maybe as good as some of the others that I've seen, but it's still of good enough quality. And at the moment, I'm looking at the sea, and it actually looks quite spectacular. What better place to test drive an eco-friendly car than on what was the eco-friendly track for South Africa's first ever Formula E race here in Cape Town. Now, I know this isn't fully electric, but I actually think it's better. And the reason I say that is, as much as manufacturers and some motoring journalists will have you believe, I've been caught up too many times now test driving an electric vehicle and being stuck somewhere because I've gone somewhere, phoned ahead and gotten there to find that the charging station is out of order and I've got 100 Ks left on my range and the next available charging station is further than that because so many are out of order. So it's just really not ideal. What is ideal? This, because it has a backup. So if you run out of charge, it's okay.
It is powered by a 2.5-litre petrol engine paired with an 18.1 kilowatt-hour battery and 2 electric motors, driving each of the axles. The engine punches out 136 kilowatts of power and 227 newton-meters of torque, with the 2 electric motors providing 134 kilowatts and 270 newton-meters and 40 kilowatts and 121 newton-meters respectively. Combined, the power output goes up to 225 kilowatts. This makes it the most powerful RAV4, and you can certainly feel it.
What this means is that you have a really efficient car. I've worked something out for you because I'm very kind, do you know? Basically, if you do the average sort of 30 Ks, which I think the average South African does, then you can stay purely on battery in this car. So you actually never switch over to the petrol engine. And if you do go over to the petrol engine because for whatever reason you've driven further or etc., then you know what, you're still sitting under about 6 litres per 100 Ks. If you drive mindfully, obviously. So I think just overall fantastic. I love driving this car. I feel like I'm driving a fully electric car because most of the time I have only been on battery power. I haven't even gone over to engine yet, and I have been driving it for 3 or 4 days.
To get the best out of your RAV4, this plug-in model offers 4 driving modes to choose from. The vehicle offers a range of up to 80 kilometers on pure EV mode, depending on the battery state of charge and usage conditions. This means zero fuel consumption. HV mode allows the vehicle to operate like a traditional Toyota hybrid. This allows the RAV4 to continue its journey even when the battery is being depleted by using regenerative braking and/or charging the battery via the petrol engine. If you're in HV mode, you'll get a range of more than 800 kilometers, depending on driving conditions. An auto EV HV mode allows the system to switch between pure electric and hybrid modes based on acceleration input required. The petrol motor is brought online when required and then returned to electric operation as soon as conditions permit. Charging mode is provided to recharge the battery, in which case the system uses the petrol engine to recharge the battery pack. This is useful for when a recharging facility is not immediately available. I know all about that.
The only anxiety we might feel, though, is the price. Now, as I mentioned, this isn't actually on sale yet, and there's no word about it going on sale yet. But if we look at the top of the range hybrid RAV4, we could probably garner a price for this. Now, that sits at over 700,000 Rand, and this will be even higher than that, which is not ideal. But with that said, I think that this is where the future should be headed, especially for the time being, while the infrastructure and the energy crisis and all of that is going on. And if Toyota can come to the party and bring this in to a price range that maybe fits our budgets a bit better, then I think this would be the perfect, feel good about the planet kind of car.